to Authentic with Brazil 201. I'm your host, Brazil 201. In today's episode, we are going to talk about Avengers Doomsday. Marvel had a 5 hour and 32-minute live stream of the chairs for Avengers Doomsday doing a cast reveal, even though it isn't a full cast reveal. There's a lot of obvious characters we know are in this movie. We were talking about Avengers Doomsday, not Avengers Secret Wars or whatever it ends up being really called. But let's talk full spoilers, by the way, of what the potential plot line is, why certain characters are in it, and the key universes of Avengers Doomsday. First, obviously, this is going to start with actually, not even. This is going to start with Thunderbolts. The cast reveal basically said which character is going to die in Thunderbolts. Spoiler, it is Taskmaster. Okay, so boom, you don't have to see that movie. And it looks like they stop Evil Sentry and allow their version of Goku/Superman to come in because it seems pretty obvious. I don't think Brie Larson's Captain Marvel or Emilia Clarke's character, who is every superhero character combined, um, in this movie for whatever reason. But also, Brie Larson shaved her head, so I really don't know if they're gonna bring her for Avengers Doomsday. But anyway, our key universes and the potential story, things that maybe I allegedly have heard. Okay, first, our key universes of Avengers Doomsday is first our main Earth, Earth 616. And then we have the Fox universe Earth. For people who don't know this, Deadpool also is in this universe, right? After Wolverine changed the timeline in Days of Future Past, we got the correct happy version of the X-Men universe, which is currently where Monica's character is trapped in after the end of Captain Marvel 2. We also know that Deadpool and a different version of Hugh Jackman's Wolverine are there because that movie and the Captain Marvel 2 ending of X-Men are the same Earth. And that eventually that Earth turns into the Logan movie Earth, that Charles Xavier eventually has some type of Alzheimer's attack while in Xavier and kills all the X-Men. But obviously that's not happening because that happens in 2029 in the movie. And right now it's still 2026 in the X-Men Earth. So we're 3 years away from the day where Xavier accidentally kills all the mutants. But we know that's not going to happen because of this movie, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, the Deadpool 3 movie revealed that we have anchor beings, right? And when the anchor being of that Earth dies, the Earth of that universe begins to die. And all speculations currently is that Tom Holland's Spider-Man is the anchor being to Earth 616. Ironically enough, they did not show the chair for Tom Holland, and I understand why, because Tom Holland is currently filming The Odyssey. And to be fair, if he's going to be in the Spider-Man suit, most of it in Avengers Doomsday, and obviously we know Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are probably also in this movie as well, as they are most likely the anchor beings of their respective universes. Maybe Tom Hardy's Venom is the anchor being of his universe and a whole bunch of other things. But this is the key thing, right? It seems to be implied that also with the Tom Holland situation is since he's in the suit a lot, you really don't need Tom Holland there. It's kind of like the Mandalorian situation with Pedro Pascal, where you can just have the stunt person in the suit the entire time, and then Tom Holland voices over everything. Also, he has to film that movie. He has to film Spider-Man 4. Then he has to film Avengers Secret War, and then who really knows what else. Okay. Also, a funny thing is that a lot of the TV characters who are not from Loki were not in this cast reveal, which really just says the Disney Plus shows are fucking trash and do not matter. Outside Haley Steinfeld, who herself is like a mega superstar. So people understand this. Okay. I am going to assume the plot line of Avengers Doomsday starts off with Fantastic Four. It seems everyone can kind of guess that Galactus probably wins in Fantastic Four and that Fantastic Four Earth is destroyed. And most likely the Fantastic Four either end up in the X-Men universe Earth or Earth 616, right? It seems heavily they're going to end up in one of these. Now, the whole thing is Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom Earth of origin, the Fantastic Four origin, or is it another one? Anyway, it seems very obvious that the cold open to Avengers Doomsday is going to be very similar to the cold open of Avengers Infinity War. Kind of like how we just jumped straight in and Thanos fucked up the Asgardians and then killed Loki in that first 10 to 15 minutes. It seems very likely that Doom we'll see Doom get the quick origin or whatever, and he most likely kills Loki, taking away his multiversal powers, right? And becomes the multiverse, which probably sets off an alarm with Sylvie to that Doctor Doom is probably trying to capture the anchor beings of various Earths to take their powers so he can control the multiverse. And most likely the TVA sets out the warning and gets Hugh Jackman's Wolverine of the X-Men universe and Tom Holland's Spider-Man of the X-Men universe that they're like going to be captured by Doctor Doom. And if I were to guess, because it seems very implied they're going for the greatest hits, is that Doctor Doom's origin, why he looks like Tony Stark, is because after Tony Stark's death, most likely it did like a yin yang situation. Is that we are going to get like the yang version of the original Avengers? So probably we're gonna get an evil Chris Evans that is like the right hand man to this Robert Downey Jr. Doctor Doom. Probably a more evil Black Widow. Uh Maybe an evil Thor, because we know the Thor and Deadpool scene that happens in Deadpool 3 has to happen in this movie, and probably an evil Hawkeye. Very, like Dark Avengers theme, right? And that probably goes after the X-Men and our whatever is actually the current Avengers team, because we still don't even know what the actual Avengers team is in 616. It seems heavily implied that it is Captain Falcon, Bootleg Falcon, I guess Doctor Strange, everyone who survives the Thunderbolts movie, the Fantastic Four, I guess, Spider-Man, the three Spider-Men, Haley Steinfeld, Hawkeye, and you see where we're going with this? There's really not a lot of like people that can kind of be dependent on who exactly is in this like Avengers roster. They're kind of like really trash. And obviously Thor, his fake daughter, maybe somehow what is it? Natalie Portman's Thor comes back. But you kind of see it like we're kind of really in a broken place with our characters. The X-Men team is more stacked because we're clearly not getting Brie Larson's Captain Marvel or Emilia Clarke's Gaia, who had everybody's powers. And then there's like obviously the Guardians of the Galaxy that are, we saw the leaked pictures of who is in this movie. So we know some version of the Young Avengers are here, and Star-Lord is like their leader because I guess mentally he is a 13-year-old. So I guess Doom is probably building a version of the machine similar to the machine that was in Deadpool 3, except his is going to work because he's going to take the anchor being's energy or soul so that he can create his own multiverse or get rid of every universe at once except for his so he can rule it over, because we're clearly going to get Battle World. It's heavily implied that Spider-Man 4 will take place in a Battle World version of New York, which is dumb because we still have not, in 4 Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, we have not had Tom Holland be New York City's hero at all. Because in the first movie, he's in DC and he's in Queens. And in the second movie, he's in Europe. And in the third movie, he's in a condo. And then he fights on the Statue of Liberty. That is the journey of Tom Holland Spider-Man. Tom Holland Spider-Man is a great character. These movies have not been good. And he's clearly the overarching character for the next 3 movies because he's probably the only one we kind of, outside Thor and Deadpool, that we kind of can connect to. Because does anyone really give a shit about Anthony Mackie's Captain America? No. Or fucking Shang-Chi, who we saw 5 years ago. Also, I don't know if she's funny. Wesley Snipes is on this cast list, which means I guess he's now our canon Blade since the Mahershala Ali Blade movie has been in development hell for 5 years. So fuck the Eternals, fuck Jon Snow, fuck the Mahershala Ali Blade. We're basically doing a mishmash of characters. And also because these actors have to do these 2 movies for the next 18 months, they don't get to be in any other movie. So the talent pool is just really going to be something. And by the way, here is the full announced cast that Marvel posted that did not include Tom Holland or any of this other shit. Okay? Like, they didn't mention Mark Ruffalo's Hulk. By the way, I'm assuming we're going to get an evil Hulk as well as the Dark Avengers. It's just really weird on what they're doing. But anyway, back to the thing. He's probably stealing it. We probably lose the X-Men Earth in this movie. Like, I think that's the first Earth that Doom's character goes to, and the key X-Men characters and Deadpool and Wolverine probably pop up into this third location. I don't want to say TVA, but let's say the Doctor Doom Earth to fight him. So whatever bullshit Avengers and the X-Men are probably there, and they fight the Dark Avengers. And most likely is there is a comic book that shows that Wanda's like held captured at the TVA, which is canon. So I guess he takes Wanda's fucking powers to create a new world. Maybe this is how Wanda finds the kids, that are Avengers now, I guess. You see how are we gonna do this in 3 hours? It's a mess. Okay. I mean, I guess they're gonna lose to Doctor Doom. It's very obvious they will lose to Doctor Doom. And hopefully, it'd be cool if Doctor Doom kills Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, because most likely they are the anchored beings of their universe, just to show the power, and he gets stronger for each anchored being he kills. And there's got to be like a finite number. Like there's got to be like the most important anchor beings, right? Because we know Tom Holland's Earth 6161 is, and we know he does not kill him most likely because obviously his movie is sandwiched in between two Avengers movies. But like, what happened to Namor and all this other shit? Like, there's so many characters and too many stories to play catch up. I hope he kills a lot of these people, and I know they'll all be brought back for Secret Wars, but I really hope after the squishing of the multiverse, we kind of pick what they're going to keep. Also, there's a lot of people over 75 in this movie. Like Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen's characters are in this movie, and they are both 82. You have to hope that they are alive legitimately, because this is a fair thing to say, because this is the same problem with James Cameron and the Avatar movies, is that the companies have to hope they finish the movies before they pass, because you wouldn't be shocked if you see 83-year-old Patrick Stewart has passed away or 82-year-old like Ian McKellen has passed away. This is a real fear within having the key version, because we're having these versions of Charles Xavier and Magneto, not the younger versions where they could be more safer. I understand putting the younger versions with the O2 X-Men doesn't make sense, and I get it. Fine, this is our last one hurrah that will make $1 billion, but I fundamentally do not think the story is going to be competent. The Russo brothers have been garbage post Endgame, and Marvel itself has been pretty messy. Like, I don't know if you know it, but Shang-Chi is allegedly immortal with the 10 rings. Also, we have not seen Shang-Chi in 5 years. Are we going to see Awkwafina's character? Also, what happened to the crazy ninja army that Shang-Chi's sister was training? You see this? Like, there's so many, like, bullshit plot lines that have been happening that we really do not know what the Avenger movies can do. Like, it's a lot of chairs. God, to be one of the stand-ins for these people, you're going to make bank. Like, congratulations on this for the 2 movies and the NDAs and all the other shit. But look, it should be a fun movie. I'm excited for, this. Even I can't believe this movie comes out next year. Literally 1 year and 25 days from today, Avengers Doomsday will be out. And we most likely will have a trailer at I don't know if we have D23 this year, but we're probably getting some bullshit version of the trailer at Comic-Con, because that is Comic-Con 28 no 20 what was it? Yeah, 20 no, yo, Comic-Con 2017. We saw the first trailer for Infinity War for people who were at Comic-Con, which is how we saw the Iron Spider suit and everything. So we are going to see footage of this movie come July 25. And Thunderbolts is our last. No, Fantastic Four is our last movie. That's right, till Avengers. And Fantastic Four comes out like 4th of July weekend. So there's got to be some stinger for Avengers Doomsday for it. And it's probably going to be like Robert Downey Jr.'s entire thing. But that's probably. So the key thing has happened. Doom probably wins, creates Battle World, and Spider-Man 4 takes place in Battle World, and maybe Peter Parker's is the only one that can remember the original universe. And I don't know what you're supposed to do with the Spider-Man movie. Then we go to Secret Wars. It seems weird because also nobody remembers that Spider-Man is Peter Parker. So yeah, and we haven't seen Spider-Man at all since 2021. Like, our only Spider-Man references right now are in Daredevil, that Mayor Fisk is tired of vigilantes. But that's everything.